on the records. I always cry that I pray that the court is a court.
Yes.
I have filed a motion.
What file a motion?
I filed a motion.
To arrest the judgment?
Not to arrest the judgment. I don't have that power.
Okay.
I have filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Withdrawal from the case. I have cited my reasons.
You are the candidate of prison. Anna, well, really gun, I must with your Basanya Sakura, I was saying, you be a cowdom. Kajama, Manyaku Fadwa, and on pet, you are the candidate of prison. Yes. Oh yes, we're a candidate of yes, we're a candidate of prison. One man presidential pardon.
Obstetric, fistula, obstetric fistula. Mr. Speaker, you know, when you are not in that field, like the lawyer talking about Latin, and when we use Latin, you have difficulty.
But can we honestly convict on the records? I always cry that I pray that the court is a court.
All right, and Chairman Wontumi lawyer say he prays that the court is always the court. And there's our lawyer we know about asemu. That is something we are going to discuss today. Essentially, lawyer near or leading a client may dear sem over 8 months. Don't forget, say Chairman Wontumi somewhere 2025. And he was Chairman Wontumi's lawyer. I got 3 weeks. Amaya Bedi Assembly and lawyers when they were resigning. Now the reasons a lawyer they man on sebe many win about domos to kwabe say does it make sense or not? I am not going to say this, but I'm going to build the case together with you. Now one can say how a lawyer nibi how unya asem na okofana. You need to be very, very careful with those kind of people. That is how we're going to do this debate. Rikus bibi aboko de mema ajo esama wa chema wa ha. But we are mental freedom. You're also part of the game. And I'm my life wrong. Coley brother, Charlie, also what to say. Charlie fell in the debate with the Munufie. And Chairman Wontumi lawyer. And then what about Sema? NPP penny for any be to say lawyer no as unqualified. Me do be come lawyer kuku dan ba ko pa o NPP maka says a lawyer anyway so GND will be as baby a enye. Na ebi mu kura ya accept lawyer he betima chain for contempt of court. Esen say attempted DNA da pa. Or they did the judge in a winner man, judgment to Charlie, having be ha or being one tiasie. So we're gonna go in deep and then do our discussions. But the latest news Abani say Ghana, your footballer Thomas Partey, you say Canada for a deny entry, say man in Isan say Canada a buying person say the crime be at all so pain. And I say court to be a final guilty of a particular crime, untimi nya access to Canada. Inti ewe ene yede sa adie no abo Thomas Partey se yentimi ma Thomas Partey enwura Canada ho. Inti ene latest news aba ne say Ghana ye first match ne kwakobo no Thomas Partey enya de a obebo bi esan se Canada for entimi ama na enwura ho. Da bia meta ka sa asem se oni kwasi burunyi di agora ma mfa ne sa agoro no odi. They are always serious. Enti se buronyi ba wu krom so obefa o citizen edina ko onu ni krom akoma ne punishment a e wo se Ghana aban otobo enye saa kwasi buronyi no nya the same opportunity on who dis agoro na omfa ho nti World Cup na ye ko no kwan bi e buronyi be fa so a obem wo lose bia na obefa so. But I don't know why Ghana for ya dwen enhyeda enko saa nema we eso nti ode mama ye say na ene ye ko Chairman Wontumi ene ne lawyer esense me bre nipa dodo na adwen ne say sa lawyer we say this is the first time we betray Chairman Wontumi. No, this is actually the second time lawyer betray the client Chairman Wontumi. Somewhere in June 2025 or betray Chairman Wontumi and withdraw the services from Chairman Wontumi. And in May 2026 so why exactly the same thing. Now the trust, the level of trust na you be woman sa lawyer we na say oh yama adeno a reduce. That is the honest truth. Rikus anamebwa. To we kwamla what me ya adwen because lawyer ni an wodo client e co face issue na ebedu ba bi our client ni here obi a na wo se ma twem ho bi a na sa lawyer ni no besra oni ni di agora hwe ni yie yenko enro na ebeto obi ase Chairman Wontumi lawyer say on the 3rd of next month na eba bi bu asem no ono wa yini services every lawyer Chairman Wontumi onti enya de a obekobiem enti onya sa opportunities lawyer na ebe kasa asem na kire Ghana for it took people by surprise okoka the first interview no oye no wo oni obi show so ena oka sa asem no ena oni 1957 so esan ekoto aso ho na me pese wutie abra okosia obi no ensem potin a lawyer yi ekan me so say ebia watibi but credit to asempa ti ensem potin okan and let's build the case from there na me ba be kire NPP lawyer panyina o sesa lawyer ni we ogini di a enye
and come picture say we be back court no abehwe proceedings na ekoso no in those cases I can share with you the record of proceedings in the cases but microphobia bontin can some very to more but can we honestly convict on the records now I know the NPP call anymore.
Fortunately, the record is what is before the judge.
Yes.
And the judge will not be minded.
I always cry that I pray that the court is a court.
Yeah.
That is my prayer. The only prayer that I do, they say, let us see a court making a pronouncement based on evidence.
Yeah. The evidence before the
court.
And not what is
outside the court. And not at the whims of somebody who is outside the court. Now you hear a bayer where you miss my I hear the bibayer
yeah. And for Samraboi the end day, we are all waiting for July 3rd. Our court
Samraboi
yes.
I have filed a motion.
What file a motion?
I filed a motion
to arrest the judgment?
Not to arrest the judgment. I don't have that power.
Okay.
I have filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Withdrawal from the case. I have cited my reasons.
Who is withdrawing from that case?
Myself
as a lawyer.
As lawyer.
Who withdraw from?
I'm withdrawing my legal services.
Case
in the case.
Yes. We are judge. Then
yes. At any point.
I know.
I have a right.
What reason here then?
My reasons are in the affidavit, and we will take that motion on Monday. So I will not discuss it. But I have cried in the affidavit that as a lawyer, what I feel doing a case like that. Now, I know the prayer, no, and if cry, no, then you know, for all of us as persons in the legal fraternity, then what they show.
No, withdraw CCR because of what you think would happen on July 3rd.
No, not what you think will happen. Anything, because I pray that the court should be a court. Now, your decision, then I will come and I'll comment on the decision. But before then, I'll sound this warning. Some of my because it stays with us, and it will also we will be confronted with it in course of our time.
FM.
And you'll be fufro. Injustice to anybody is injustice to you.
To everyone, I agree. But lawyer, why would you do a case? You go through all the initial stages. I go through trial. Judge, I'm at data or then a judgment. July 3rd. Now I withdraw. I file application to withdraw.
Me lawyer, I check akra.
Yes.
My share proceedings are
okay.
Anything say me who sent to be a free abontia. I smell it. And if some cases near my days of proceedings. Was it name you how was it notwithstanding?
I was over.
Or chebra or chep at day. Okay. And no one case here in Ghana.
That's a Samraboi case. They say somebody was shepherding the case. Giddy.
Just a giddy. I say wouldn't you make me. So what's and let me another case was a cry. We case no 2:00 court.
Really?
I'm telling you.
That's what the judge was doing.
We are going to talk about this now. Bar Association. I'm going to petition the Bar Association also. Say Bar Association, can we sit and let this go on in Ghana?
Tio, Obi baby sana question bi ha. Lawyer ni a wo di asem wo court, high court. Judge no enya under Bar Association. Osi ono kwa petition Ghana Bar Association. Na Obi bisa a very intelligent question bi e wa ha. If I tell you question Obi baby sa papa no. any answer or the bema ube hu se papa no so ye no kwafo a ube hu.
And do we want to turn our courts into persons, institutions?
Yeah, but the Bar Association may not have jurisdiction over the judge.
No, but indeed, Bar Association can speak about it.
Okay,
me,
you want them
to
speak about it.
Me, I say,
yes.
I'm speaking my mind. And I want whoever wants evidence to confront me, and I'll show him the evidence.
But if that was the conduct of the judge, I don't know, I won't petition Chief Justice, Mom.
Well,
so what problem with the judge, a Chief Justice, or petition? When you tell the people of Ghana, say Ghana Bar Association a part of NPP, or no munjini, once the lawyer may confirm it. And then no lawyer near will go through all the trial in judgment MI. What preempted the judgment in Ebeba? Unim the outcome of the judgment Ebeba. Etinana bien say or gu court no any massy already also. And surprisingly, Wontumi call Obi show so last week and an lawyer so akwa kotwaso. So why are they all going to Obi's show? But how they Obi exposing lawyer no more? We are matching on Nimabia Ekoso behind the scene.
Okay.
The other option is that I'm withdrawing and stating the reasons why I'm withdrawing.
Why you are withdrawing
I'm going before the same judge to state my reasons of resigning before her.
From the case.
Before
judge.
Yes.
Even before the judgment, Bebano.
Yes.
Who withdraw from the
must state me reasons of withdrawing before her.
And your client is aware self person will withdraw.
Yes, but my country.
And none the reaction here.
And I'm home. Obi, me one person. You be bonina mitiwa na me I don't like it. Say you be boni na mitiho.
In this case, why any boni?
I need to
okay.
Generally.
Okay.
Obi misuso and I'm sanity. We am bonia. We are deme obi. Seminya unye obi anaminya kwai. Because I think that is a way to also teach you to learn. And to be boni be careful because it will be before you. But I'm withdrawing. I'm going to state my reasons for withdrawing.
In court?
Yes, in court. Monday,
I'll be there. Monday.
And become a give
no.
Well, lawyer ni no person chere say. Or no as a lawyer no. Or can again. Enti, or no the personal thing says obi ye obi boni no who ye no boni a we dey a the beche wo. On fan sorry. Into no lawyer ni they say the nyamra no oka. But rather than he thinks a personal thing on Walker. Lawyer near will go through the entire trial. No. But only maybe under order 75 of Ghana's High Court Civil Procedure Rule, no, if it is CI 47, no. Lawyer near will right there, who pull it off. Will not be any problem. Client who will write on to cast a lawyer new we say, Mr. Ben Peno. And what is going to happen now? And they say, see a lawyer we are filing Monday court better na so. Now, the court, the court, and you to only services. That means, Chairman Wontumi will have to go and hire a new lawyer, meaning a technical, or more pese, or more delay. Niamana ebe kosono. But Attorney General Attorney General so akase dabi. Omon tiase ma wo sa lawyer we say no. Ontwe wo ho emfiri asem no. Esan say, baabi asem no ye die duru no. Enya asem a ye ka say bibibi koso enti lawyer ni no ese etwe ne ho anase say ye ni say wo de yenko na ene lawyer amaleba enkodi nkomambisa ne say e de opportunity na onu fi say sa lawyer ni we pese otwe ne ho o de answer na me wi a yenyina be show.
Understanding is different from what the law says, so I'll come to my understanding. But the law is that Order 75 allows for this to happen. Order 75 of CI 47 allows for withdrawal of representation. And when you look at Order 75, the heading is what I have just said, withdrawal of representation. So it requires you to file a motion accompanied by an affidavit stating the reasons why you want to withdraw. I've actually done that in the Jachikosi case. Now, if the application is heard and granted, then he ceases to be the lawyer for the accused person. But as we speak today, and on the day of moving the motion, he's still the lawyer for the accused person. Now, what would this do to the case? You just indicated that he's supposed to file written addresses or closing addresses. What it will mean is that, and that's on the 17th. 17th is when they file the case.
17th of June.
Then when is this application slated for?
Monday. Monday, coming Monday.
Not 7th, which is Monday is what?
Monday should be around 15th.
Okay.
Monday should be 15th.
Good. So what it means is that if the application is granted, he seems to be the lawyer, so he will not be the lawyer to file.
Within 2 days?
Yes. I'm saying, listen to me again. If the application is granted on the 15th,
okay, yes,
he ceases to be a lawyer, he has nothing to do with the case again. From that day, he's not the one to write the address. I'm telling you this.
So it will mean that Chairman Wontumi will have to get a lawyer.
So now, the court will now have to give Chairman Wontumi an opportunity to get a lawyer. They may say within 2 weeks or within 1 week. It is that lawyer who will now come to court for now a new date for him to also file. He will not be bound by the 17th. That's what I want to tell you. Everything will now shift.
And that new lawyer, I mean, if you are a new lawyer walking into it, you also have to study the material.
So that's where the bargaining will come.
The record of proceedings, everything.
That's where the bargaining will come. And that's where, and we're not talking about the bargaining, it's plea bargaining. No, forget, I want to say bargaining, this is our own words. That is where the new lawyer will go to court. And the judge will say, new counsel, file on the 20th. Oh, no, my lord, this is too early. Too early. And I have other cases. So, my lord, can we do it this way? That's where that one too will come. So, I'm just telling you practically what happened in court on that day. My only worry is the reasons he has given. The emotional imbalance and psychological trauma. I don't know, but whether that is a good enough reason for you to want to withdraw from a case. You are not alleging bias against the judge, like I did in the Judge Ikwesi case. You are not alleging that your fees have not been paid. You are not alleging that the client is misconducting himself, like, what is his name, Wontumi, is misconducting himself before you. But to say psychological trauma, you lost cases, they rule against you, you rule against you, you lost. Then if that were the case, to be honest with you, Chachi Chikata would have stopped practicing. Look at the Supreme Court. Every motion he brought, these are people he even taught to. You remember that? People who taught on every motion he brought, they cut it to size. So I don't think that for me is a good enough reason for him to want to withdraw from the case. But let's see what the court says. And if it is granted, I have already told you what will happen. It will mean that the judgment cannot be given on the 3rd July.
I mean, you said your reason is not backed by the law. What was the other? That you've not given me that reason yet.
Well, I see all these are delay tactics. That is what I wanted to tell you. It's all delay tactics on the side of Wontumi and his lawyers to slow down the process. And who knows whether they are back. I've heard people, I've heard somebody, one of the NPP guys said that their elders are going to see Mahama. In this country, don't forget that we have other non-legal factors. You see, there are non-legal factors. Who knows? If a Malam says that, oh, they delay Kakrawa and Namaya will be, who knows? There are also non-legal factors. So me, I don't know.
So what I say? Lawyer Amaleba say, a delay tactics and a lawyer we in Chairman Wontumi. But he has heard say, now no make this particular show say, Mate say NPP for say person who President John Dramani Mama, send a bay be judge Chairman Wontumi assembly. But this is for Ghanaians are watching you. You need to be careful. Say Monday lawyer we could piona judge kasa majatum for asempako also when lawyer bima en kwasa asem fofora Ghana for be punish him NDC for. Meaning say President John Dramani Mama they have actually come and what accept almost say what on a judge in the bekasa. Because yentimi near sem over 7 months. Na akabe 3 weeks I would judge court judgment. Na lawyer ba say me judge me a lawyer bim. Then he appoints a new lawyer. Then the whole thing starts afresh. It doesn't work like that in any civilized society. It doesn't work like that. Na Ghana for nyina hwemo. So man ye careful. E was answering we hu a. The way a Ghana for be punish NDC for no. It will take people by surprise. But I am happy say and then Attorney General so I objected to lawyer we say asema wakano and that is what is on our screen here. And the date is 12th of June yeah. And Attorney General and so I court to say there be and seven lawyer ne kano or being one on tiasie my main can be enchiro. The Republic versus Bernard Antwi first accused, Kwame Antwi at large, and Akonta Mining Company Limited third accused. Notice of preliminary legal objections to motions on notice for leave to withdraw legal services. Attorney General Brofa or the court no ebina meka no. Take note that the Republic shall, on the grounds stated herein, raise a preliminary legal objection to the motion on notice for leave to withdraw legal services dated June 9th, 2026. Grounds of objection: jurisdiction and then capacity. The Attorney General supposed to can say lawyer now oba be gina ho enne say oba be twen ho afirim na Attorney General say dabi on tiase e say mere na adu no grounds the jurisdiction kura na wo lawyer ni wakotena ba bi a wo kan sensem no it make sense. Any capacity kura wo ya ka asem na wi aduru the die minute e be di asem na wi obagina say and a judge da bi e fra judge fra da bi a court and da bi a yes dey say na wo judge kwesi every day no court. Chairman Wontumi say wo lawyer we every day aboko court bi no be gina bonten why your celebrity lawyer mob abete wonka wo ene wo be ka asem e kire Ghana for say na dey according to lawyer anoche no was it judge lawyer we can bit much for contempt of court if I tell you
Kwabana say na ebia court no so betimi aka say there be yampene ma wonyi wo free mu say lawyer ni wasemi mu typical example former Attorney General Yera Godfrey Dame yenya ne tie say ono so e the same process equal Supreme Court say ma me get to talk no asem no oba so oyi ne ho free mu as lawyer ni Supreme Court say there be ya ma nyi ho free mu e de ntia na kabena me de me ho na say mesimi ni asem ni biemu a e de ntia na court be ka say wompene
yo ano so me da sepa ne tie no say ya na a lawyer for no you be a need to normal biso. Okay. To say be a what's on the asset in the beam. Now, what your clat had the notice of withdrawal. Not just after that, the court in Sanya Cape. Not just say, where you cry when you are buying the asset in Bia. And then the court to not insist to say, since you saw what in the panel at the no Abba court. Now, would you call a buying in Cratasso? Now, lawyer Jumano Sakwe, the doctor, and any patient Yarfo, Pepe. Yeah, now doctor no, the 2 minutes was saying Yarfo. Into your so doctor, you know what Yarfo do, and Pepens would be. Now, so what you went free Yarfo no. A better so what make reasons. Now, a boy the perform for our Baba Twa, a Yarisha, no. Okay. And in the same way, no, a judge for another court and so did he say, young Penema won't fall letter, man, I won't show won't go baby. For motion fabra, motion means motion on notice. Just say we be notify the other side. Now we know what you mention. Now the Democrat at the Apakwa down court. Now what's your brand? What be Gina court? No what the reason contra who free will be a net yet our client. No far who dear so. Okay. Been so a net ya court far who dear. Been so a net ya wow far who dear. So just say a tiwati. I must say I should change you or what? Yet the amount is only to me what will be a suburumo now. Going to be an American say, which charging 100,000 with ya, a move 80% and what you know, who would die case. No, and say you will near we say no, that's a kind of which you know, but then you can for the lawyer for and in nano, the officer would die case, I will filing motion, our court motion on notice for leave to withdraw from the case. A young brought for no, that leave means 2 year court, no, and not permission. I thought the man will free case in the book. I don't think about when. Or Damidiano, court 9 years to what the letter who one at the coin. The court and say, yes, it be a Jaina Wontumi Yai. When there will be now, and I'm to say coach, now coach it. Then it's who finds say, and yes, Wontumi Jai in a match in HD. Now, for your motion on notice of Fabra near who say a constitute breach of contract. I would take our client and found with this one. Now, so we reason it would be Jaino and Tias Lum, and will be now. Godfrey one year into your refuse, and yes, dear, we need to me say, I dear won't pen, Chinchina, yes, okay, daddy.
Okay. Lawyer, my for way and Shebu has say, and no lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi. Mr. or can't say assassin no one per se or person you who free and Sana July 3rd ruling now, but not say, baby, I read the assembly ruling near Drusi. Now we see you who free. Now we see a commentary. Now, all ma, as an person money looking like on trusted judge, you know, and I call the clients, you know, first, no, or no, who say, and you're fair. Lawyer near what case in where do stage now, what the cat I say we went from now. I got to radio and I said TV, so now we must have commentary, no. I mean, legally, no, correct. Does it mean, sir, only the ruling in Bayana?
But especially, something can we now comment on it. And then a court of one, if he said, what court to name it because you see, the Ujai na what to Oboa, what Jino. So court and shall become reason a channel, especially criminal cases in the Ujai are very easy. The entire the civil case there, would you mean court case no more, Wabra court to me any more, so what filing crat as a one womb, a manswa and crankura action. No mom, a young manswa, a thing that's a republic, that is of mine. And then a dish you be mansion, and the lawyer you to me now, channel with guy, and 1 year you then it and there, passion. Then they be doing action. I have what that civil case or criminal case. As some young can we now could not baby piara. Now pass it, comment beer, a tear, judge and a farm with you so to me, and now quite of us yet, Nejumanoa. And then the court will to me society for contempt.
Okay.
All right. Enti se watie lawyer anochi ya o se that dear lawyer we akotena obi show so aye no ye betimi cite no for contempt of court esan se untimi nkotena radio so enko super judge en swear say what dey so obi ye obone a ubeye ne bi atua ka ebisa se hwan na ye ne bone wa hanzo a o so dey untimi nkana mum ehye wutim. It doesn't work like that in modern society. Sometimes no nema ne bi wo ha ye kan abusuafo Mama ya hweni ya yede Ghana na yede kakra kasa abamena yankasa no ye say man no America 1 or 2 messages bia aba na yentoa so. Sir Max say lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi is a disgrace to the law profession. Washeda no yesa no. Ma me de obekọ the actual reason am wo hu say NPP for mpanyifo na nkasa kwase yenje sa lawyer we ndi. Inti medo be komune wa adwuma ye pa chale e bo adwuma ni gidi style bi abi mental freedom say amenye ni say na me hu mental freedom message yi na me kind yi ma mental whilst Andy Appiah Kubi claimed the hearing is very rapid, we also think its cases are crawling to our liking. Yeah, sometimes a lot of Ghanaians were complaining say as a Chairman Wontumi asem na ye kano na a slow kakra sana Ghana for dodo na enwuye. But I am surprised that lawyer no ako court all this while what time was celebrity lawyer oba no be commentary. Then when it goes to the baby yes you can't say na no be gina be catch this asem no contempt do. Yeah, Simon. Priscilla Cooks, meanwhile, I'm not happy. I'm not hearing any more high profile cases being also tied to the courts, considering the sheer number of crooks and thieves identified by ORA. Now, say they do start an NPP before you never be no. Priscilla Cook, as well, okay, they do what an NPP for no. Omo nyina be good because say baby I can't do kind of lawyer we say eh too quick there and they say next month we do because jina quarter. Now you dey assembly we the following month and never can. My brother, at this point, GH Blood and the by, the judge will have no choice but allow Andy Appiah Kubi to withdraw from the case in order to avoid future problem for the case. Oma or tear sense of power, meaning that the new lawyer now Bebano is going to start the case afresh because they know what to say case in no way, which in any way is going to delay the process in our because on the third year you did seminar. Criminals of the same federation they fly together. Christian and the by. Sa no matenti no a lawyer da am the Appiah Kubi to say na lawyer amala by kan washeda and yes anema no. Washeda say Max we have call there. Washeda pa na yes anema nema no. Because who follow argument ni ya bo hu say nema mu ye ni nyina no e boapaye e no mo de ye. Aha. Because Afanyamaki denigrated a judge and nothing has happened to him, that is why Appiah Kubi is doing same with Wontumi case hearing. Don't mind them. Mama said that. So we are. I don't know. So Chairman Wontumi, we just didn't know what in them because some way Chairman we had the Ghana for best or what.
Minya Ghana need you. Because they said the one we never be president in T. Minya Ghana need you. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. NPP for you now Musorio. NPP for you now Musorio.
When Chairman Wontumi tia or tia we NPP for the person. Omo the blade and dam. Now for the omo the coup and 7 at a point. But anyway, young cause because you nyuma be bra ye ba be yene. Unim say Chairman Wontumi tia or tia na Ghana for Monsoro na Munti and NPP for me say you know say say when ya no. On any lawyer, sa jandam we omo play no. Omo start here enyende. Na me be chiro niema bi. Abra ye chi Chairman Wontumi for the first time no. Something actually happened. Emma lawyer, NPP lawyer, IFN Gary Nimakon. Ebe catch the Ghana for so no lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi on Gini ni wan kra. Also on trust the kete kra. And da on Ghana web and the buy. I've done a lot of research about how lawyer we say. Also wa blocking lawyer no kra. Also wa blocking no. Na lawyer we say we Gini dia enyeye. Enyame na make o. NPP party nankasa legal person or no more if any Gary Nimakon e de kan na nsem no koso ama one NPP ma if any PK sapon e bi say enti lawyer Gary Andy Appiah Kubi person kire say one Gary Nimakon o man nim komo e wo Chairman Wontumi nsem no ho ana ase den ba oba bi say edin e ne koso tie Gary Nimakon nsem bi a e koso abra ye chi Chairman Wontumi first no ye chi Chairman Wontumi eto police cells ne bail conditions in the Chairman Wontumi entimi emmeti. And also, and then NPP for you now imagine say, what is happening because lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi on now represented Chairman Wontumi. But how many panaka yamani bail Chairman Wontumi intimi meti. At the inti na oma yanko court, yanko file case and I say yam very they say Chairman Wontumi bail condition na ye dia no. But that time na lawyer we say no twetwe ho kakra. So what adia lawyer Gary Nimakon and say lawyer Gary Nimakon eko court document me that so no eko file motion say yam very Chairman Wontumi bail condition e man no because ontimi emmeti no ya ade we no na lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi ebufu ye say adenti no na represent Chairman Wontumi na Gary Nimakon akwa file this particular motion e wo court na Gary Nimakon so say dabi Chairman Wontumi yire ene ne nkwala ne ba me was the way I watch lawyer way who delay case no omukro modwe ho monte ase because they don't even understand that the crowd wo ye adenti ya chi obi ato ho na nipa na wama ne da ho sa wo se ntimi very ade no entimi de makoye na ho ena lawyer we say Andy Appiah Kubi etwabo lawyer Gary Nimakon edo twabo Gary Nimakon no Gary Nimakon so responser or the man this particular lawyer no anyway me ba bo e de a kire wo because Gary Nimakon granted 2 different interviews. Actually, said lawyer way FN and the Appiah Kubi or Gini dia enye na mpo ohun de crop in Chairman Wontumi akofan as a lawyer. Tie lawyer Gary Nimakon.
Omunya no mrefi.
But lawyer unim say possible say Appiah Kubi Andy might have the same understanding of the law said you watch it but the bail condition Iyoko would have to agree and accept. So okay, when meet your journey pan say uncle. If Iyoko said there is an application, I don't want to make any other move. Appiah Kubi, what can he do?
Because Iyoko cannot say that because that would be illegal. That is not a law. And you should point to them and say that's not a law. The law is to file variation. It cannot say variation now. Why you know? Everything continue on your because there was no bar, so they can't do their work. Variation application, again, injunction application.
Yes.
What do I say?
Yes.
Again, injunction application. Say, yeah, munyama. That be. I just said, yeah. The court say court way. The power show. She carry to chairman so no. I don't so no. It's a power show intervening. That is my eye. Not let me conditions in the NPP. I said, I'm not say, to be activity conditions in my eye. Why don't we try and just go? Why don't we try and just go? There's something on the public kind of you should have interrogated the matter further. So, did you meet the condition?
Mm-hmm.
If you did, what were the conditions set? 50 million. Too short to be justified.
Yes.
If you met it, why did you just go ahead to sign it since you have met it already? At 8 p.m. no, were the documents verified by Lands Commission? And who are Lands Commission working at 8 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Let's ask questions. Now, you just don't throw it in the air. Say, Obi Akofal variation, the process has been frustrated, and so therefore, I don't know, it's not executive bond. No, that is very disingenuous.
The impression was created, say, from the UK, but for the variation application, no, Anka Friday, no, Mbetimi Chairman Wontumi,
which representation to me, no, is very unfair. Because Obi, listening to the fact of the media way, say Friday then you made 8 p.m. no, where Lands Commission working at 8 p.m. to have verified the documentation, to have gone around all the properties to verify them as to where they are and to value them to say wait, it made a threshold of 50 million. Eh? How do you throw this in the air to call the succession of people who are genuinely helping? How do you do this? It's not right. It's not right. It's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair. And somebody has spoken to you and discussed the matter with you prior to filing and told you, say, we are going to file because the woman is there. And I know don't say final. We say, I didn't know where no meaning.
After sa interview now, make the representations I will say unfair. No, we assigned what minute in Comobio.
I'm a block number. I'm a block number.
What block Andy Appiah Kubi number?
My block number. And I know don't say final. We say, I didn't know where no meaning.
After sa interview now, make the representations I will say unfair. No, we assigned what minute in Comobio.
I'm a block number. I'm a block number.
What block Andy Appiah Kubi number?
My block number. And I say Obi. Sebe. If I can't have meeting with you in confidence,
yeah.
Let's say what yes I do want here. I will not talk to you again. So I'll block his number. I'll block his number. Now there's another interview, Andy. I sent to you. So it's done on Joy News.
Yes.
You will realize he himself said that he has filed a validation application.
In the interview, okay, that's the probe interview and run.
No. There's another interview that he did on the Friday.
Oh, he did on the Friday. Oh, okay.
Around 3:40.
Okay.
On Joy News.
Ah.
Who the media friend is Dominic.
Yeah, we're forward the mame.
Who the bo? No chief unyenchi. Bob, we don't be a bo. Oh, someone can know. You want to credit the gakra. You don't do that. And 2 people another bus. You don't do that. The bumpire as a chairman will be pine. When be also pine. That's a fun because
this is NPP's lawyer Gary Nimakon. Also, what block lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi because lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi and correct in Sebio can be a Uhasama Walker. And lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi started Adi win a check. Emma NPP penny for who say, now they are dinner lawyer away. I call way so a lawyer papa de. Now when him says I'm to call when he started here no, and a lawyer and the Appiah Kubi so here and I say, Obeba me Magari ni makoni or more kase on your lawyer papa no or more reply. It says or no call law school a check unimadia or ye. Inti yenya man no fighting kopim se Chairman Wontumi be any freedom. On the can you teens more can.
Mate diaba ne de na kyese ne tofa bomu ano na baby ye pese ye bisa ho asem application na mo file ye ra Gary ni mako file ye e wo high court a ho sem ko ye bebre wonsem bia wo kan ye no ye ra Gary e wo ye de wo ho to the extent say wo so wan kasa kwa wa block your number isan sa wonya no kwafo de na aka fasa asem no ho
maybe the bunny to begin with na maybe I've been captured and he knows it. So I didn't mean Casa. And I name it's Nino and Casa on it. The woman say in the morning he called me to find out what has happened. And I told him what I had done. Now, I never knew, I never heard he had taken instructions from anybody for which reason he was going to file anything. Yeah, I don't lie. He knows it. And he didn't call me. He did not tell me. And he say, processor, now you prepare, say, you prepare. Now, you create document, you say, Beba, say, Manti, you create initiative, baby. You did your application, and I'm going to advertise all that in the subsequent days. Say, we had even filed an application, but had not concluded because we were expecting the document to come. And this one, he will come again and make noise. I don't mind him. I will bring the documents and explain and show what we had done. I knew he had filed something. Why would I have done it in duplication? In any case, not tell some more account, the all capable, but the facts are facts. May the practice, and I'm senior to him. I saw to the boss. No, okay, so be okay. University of Ghana, I can publicly advertise my results and let him come and also advertise his results. And let me. Even challenging my academic credential. Unfortunately. Now, the biblical quotation, I find it in Proverbs 4:7. And it says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all that get understanding. Understand it before you open your mouth. At the end of the day, it is the results that we require. The law is the text, the spirit. The text only the character. The spirit being outside teaching. And to be part of it. First, you're not good. And then, now, results are they are not dependent on the input. And it Mr. Pa says, he cannot challenge me in any way. Mr. On yes, even the academic results are in a one. You can go for it. I was the next.
You can't say, lawyer needs on the academic results and all the DSM court. Until ne o client tia o client no soon eno be so na ted no so court ba for we gari botoma ye be DSM no. There is no way a Ghana ni bi abetia say yen ko tena ba bi na ma yen ko ba te say Chairman Wontumi ene ne lawyer for withdraw the case in the afide asem no kwa ne yen ndi attorney general ase yen kan kiro say asem no de o mo court ba for ma asem no ye be di. It was objective to totally say asem no yen san kwasha ase na lawyer na ka say otwe no kura court no enko so nye na djuma isan say as a legal person there wo every right to say we ja asem no di but who ja e dey asem no di ye di ko ye nko start bibia na NDC paying for this is a test case for NDC for so ya nhwe niema we yie na ye ma Chairman Wontumi mo e play krokro de djon ye ko hu president ye ko hu lordina mama ye ko hu we na say game we pascal ye nkasa bi mo ye pascal I mean that is the end. Me more wa o frame NDC ni o bisa me NDC question kura me ma answer. Isan said that time me who say your politicians ni no sebe omo nka no kware because the country no and omo goro na atopere. And this a one person team mu ni bi benya sa idea and say mo the country no butcher scale dia. Mamo matcha ma Wontumi mu emme dada mo emme famo no mum enchire mo ade amamo nye. That is a very, very simple thing. You be your opportunity. You bet me catch NDC for company for. Se mutia, muntie ni ye muntie nso dia e mo amasem. Because ye ate say NPP for so mo ba be who the president. am pass you president to sa de chine that tin na say judge bia be ka say o na Chairman Wontumi asem no kwa no yen go start na foforo na say for amasa ene mo na be ma de o efiri we kwa de mesero o we show we a mo amasem o ma yen kasi bia nchire mo but your WhatsApp line +35846537264 enti edu ho a enye yasem mo anka so masem aha ye de sa na e beka enti I'm telling you say Chairman Wontumi lawyer way, this is the second occasion what can ho every lawyer and say a lawyer adwuma no. Na say na mental free do bisa ye no. O se watwe ho afiri Samraboi ensem ho. Me wa nsem aka no so de a o se mi wom. Enye lawyer way anka me nti bi da. Se ma twe me ho afiri client nsem ho. Nsem na ba akwa na mienu bi de ma twe me ho afiri ho. But plea bargain ne de mi wom. Plea bargain so atone je na mo hwe ni ye ma mo accept plea bargain bia. Munni asem na asem na nko. Mamun tie pre-bargain bia because Chairman Wontumi mo no send a lawyer malabaka e beton say mo de mo kwhye to abi no mo pet time a beat mo mamon tiase mo tiase a it will go against you people and that is the gospel truth oma yenko yenim busuya I can 1 or 2 messages na yenko yenim Psalm 62 Charlie we have work there Japan well I think so even this place with some cases ebe almost say sini what dey jamo mo fan sem ni bi ni agoro mo di bi di agoro be yo mo se sini no so won se ni e sini no because omo krofo we plan a party no e no person mo de ne bofom se boom omo plan every single strategy bi omo plan bia no NDC party no mo yes on person mo de ne bofom and they seems to be succeeding. It is a way NDC na say wo better na say krofo we entrance in play was I game no there e mo amasem na no musa dan kwa de a new recent poll by in Ashanti region, NDC Ecoform. And so what you want to say, you are not disturbed by those kind of things. That is how we think. Maybe that is sometimes we need to tell NDC for the truth because about when a choir more when they say, no matter what to say, 77 and a Ghana for eto about the moment. You people gave Ghanaians some promise. That is why Ghana for here one say okay, based on these promises in the trouble NDC. Now you hear ebeye. Na se mo didi agoro de a ene yema masem Chairman Wontumi bompaye na yenko yenim
bompaye wo Hebrew mu Shamak Israel Yehowa Elahenu Yehowa Ekad we ahata et Yehowa Elohika bika luvika uvika navashika uvika miyopika tode yasach
Medase Chairman Wontumi edem pa ya aboso nti ene ye hwe Monday say court ne beka ye we are on the 3rd so ye hwe judgment a ebeba if you work on any be hu ne be ye me pa cho so open anything to do with website design na just contact me will team a ebetimi abo adwuma no e de ama kama pa sa so na wo nursing school na wo pese course na wo ye no pass ne kama me pa cho visit this particular website www.nurseprepghana.online for nursing students in Kwa, Eba more pass NMC exams no very well. Yanko Ashanti region. Name be course to Ashanti region. And then before I started to show ya, and I remember I think the US sending me a DB. Now no NPP for Eko Afari military hospital. Eko ya DB. Now when they went there, no something happened, and then surprisingly, no I've gotten the notifications here. Manshia him for Afre Ashanti regional minister. When I know Moko no ti adibia papa bi ko gina ho a okoye.
Gina he. Me hura ho papa o man panyi mama. Yesro yen panifo. Yesro yen pomuden. Ehia yesro so bobo modin na oba be sie hospital ya maye. Amase ye hu ba bi dodo ye ne a. Ebe ye hwene ho ya. Ye man ho so aneke ye ba ho. Edan papa minim se dan papa bi ti ha. Yesi san hospital se bi sada. Na mba beduru ha na no pe no. Me hura ho papa. Me hura ho papa.
Won ma me bi na efe na kuye cha no. Won se ni nua be man yakofa na be gina ho no. Oso no ote ba bi afare yesi hospital no. Onim se adan papa bi si ho da. Mi wa aban papa no yensi ne na ado dan kwaku for the time. Yesi ni President John Dramani Mahama between 2012 and 2016 and yesi ye. Papa we yesi onu de onim. Na de hwesu a wo su no. Na hwe niam a oye. Me pesa wo hwe niam ni ye. Ube say when you get to Ashanti region, now you're NDC near, you need to be very careful in that particular region. Penya papa na eye.
Aye. E dia be boni eni aye. Dan ya wia. Ye betime nyampom din ahwe ye ho ye mpanifo ye mfie konkan ne ye be ma ye ma ye ne ye be durugi na hwa ye ma na bra hospital si ye hwena no boni be ne ya o mampanyi mama misre wa so ti kase ye chi a misre free na rikoi bo modi be boa ye yes ahwia puti oja sre so ekura etwa ho chia ni nyina ye hunu amane yare sa enkoye mayen o mampanyi mama mami nsu wuti so da wi me wura ho papa me wura ho na me ka say the esro be boa ye the hospital ye wie a ye betima je yare sa wom ama ye ma ye nanam ehu atowom bi obi ama ho so agi seji obi ama ho so seji se nurse sa wo mobu kan so munya adwuma nyei se hospital yi koso a ye nwie se nananum benya adwuma ye ama ho to eden abreye ti misro o mampanyi mama misro wa tie misufre ne tie ya asema ye ka kiro wi na bomodi bra be ye hospital yi ma ye na o ma ye tete ye huna man ye nyina ne pagya o ne di kodu za abia ye sro bra be sade ne nsu nya abato ho mfaso ye hu se mpeso ne yeti so no ye nya hospital papa ye hia empomudin a betimi akọ o mampanyi mama misro wa bua me tie mi ka sei na bua me yes
Sawate nti akuya cha nua panyi we ye be ma Ashanti region even was it Togo community kakra kwa akuya cha Ashanti region kwa na team training nipa o sheda kwa yasi kusu na etua ne ka enu bi na papa we ye no o se ono ho na oten no onim se bibisa wo ho. Now when they started this particular game, no, some of us thought to say be agro no mudi. But one was a Musa down kwa latest pool not by no NDC airdropping in the Ashanti region. By now I was shocked to say I saw this particular video. Otum for him fiankasa. Credit to Opemso TV. Yatun Safre Ashanti regional minister. Any the mayor of Kumasi or Momani miss some of the questions why are those kind of hospitals on any juma. And for waiting region more now they go for 8 good years. They couldn't call anybody to ask these kind of questions.
Oh, sentiment mene swafo one na pamfo enche bia na nananom etonsa feze ompeze omuni ehia na yedwendwen Kumasi ane asantemantem enoma bia ehia na edika na asantemantem swafo nyankra no na otena so a yeye te embe no nananom share no so ye na wapa na kachefo nyina se ye nyina yemra na yemeti nananom na de nananom bebisa ye so no anu ye wo ho no yemfa ma nananom timinta ye chi se de be ye asantemantem ama no ase santemantem nananom ni era ehwehwe no wala
the agree the be strona umba no wada umadi ame humumba ina
yo ano madama ye ba ye panyi a odi anim eye yura Dr. Franka Makohene ona ye asantemantem so afọ meso a meka no ho ofori agima bodi Kumasi kropon na me kachipeni a meda no a mehwe so eno eche no santemantem so afọ ne boafo kachipeni a ohwe regional coordinating council aban dwumadie so yura amwako lawyer ono na ye regional coordinating director a okaye ho a yenenenam na sanso ena yura dwada ako ono so ena ye kachipeni a oda keme adwumayefo ni nyina ano ono so eka ho ebi yen deputy regional director administration ono so health ono so ka ho bi ena ye metro director health ofwe Kumasi ono so eka ho bi one apomden adwumayefo bebrea bra se yebisa nsama ometima aboa ya no ye no eno so ka ho saa so ena KMA penya ohwe ahonidi ene ne ho bambo eso Yura Jonas wono oba ebe na otwi mienu ani na owo gwa ena aban ede naba se omabeda Kumasi kodua one na bedeche rabunso omoso ne waste management for ne KMA penye for no so ebi ewa ha saa na regional coordinating council akachefo no ebi nso ewa ha ya sradom ewo asantemantem a mpenyefo abede eche ewa Yura owusudua wono so ewa ha bi ne regional health directorate mpanyinfo nso a ɛka ho nyinaa na yaba sɛ yɛba na nananom yɛne mu aba bɛdi nsa wɔ so
kwanda kɛse hene wadaroma sɛdeɛ onana fori wɔseɛ no no sɛ ɔmu enya nananom nkra sɛbe ɔmu mmɔmɔden amra na yɛntoato adwene yɛmfa adwene yɛnhunu mpuntu a ɛbɛtumi de aboa sɛbe kumase santeman ne ne mpɔtamu nyinaa ɛno no mote yɛ nkra ɔmo sɛ ɔmu ntumi ntena ɔmo ne sɛbe santeman ntam soafoɔ ne ne mpanimfoɔ ɛka ho nyinaa aba sɛ yɛfrɛ na nti ɛnom bae aha nso deɛ bɔne foforɔ biara mae megye di sɛ mo nyinaa mo nim ɛnkyɛ pii ɛne yɛwura santehene wɔkra nananom na ɛda ne yɛ asanteman ɔde asanteman agya sɛbe na ama mpɔnhene ɛna kumase nso ɔde akyire agya na nkwantakɛse hene na yɛwura de tia ne na akyi na sɛdeɛ yɛto yɛn nsa frɛ mu no ɛnyɛ ne tenten deɛ wɔwɔ biara yɛde bɛma deɛ ɔde akyire agya na ɔde atom anim na mmom no yɛwura de akyire agya sɛbe nana kwantakɛse hene ne nananom sɛ biribi kɔ so na sɛbe to kyima anaasɛ ɛsɛ yɛtene no a sɛbe mo ne mpanimfoɔ aban mu modaa no na ɛsɛ nananom yɛfrɛ mo ne ɛne mo ɛtoato adwene ne ɛho kwan pɛ yɛde bɛfa so ɛno nti na sɛbe yɛwura ɛba a deɛ ɛbɛsie biara no yɛnya ho ama nepa bi de abɔ yɛwura ɛno nti ɛna ma a yɛto nsa frɛ mo ɛnɛ deɛ ɔwɔ biara no yɛde sɛmpa no bɛma deɛ yɛwura deɛ akyiri gyaa no na ɔde ato mo anim
ɔtomfoɔ akyame wobɛtie amanato nananom ɛne regional minister ne meya ɛne mpanimfoɔ mbaeɛ sɛ yɛwura deɛ akyiri gyaa me kumase yɛtete nɔɔma bi wɔ mframem kanka Konfanɔkye teaching hospital sɛ adwuma no nipa na kwa ma adwuma no ebu nipa so a yɛnya baabi koraa ɛhwɛ bi nkanka accident and emergency center hɔ bɛsi daabi Konfanɔkye nko aso anoma no a ɛkɔm bɛbu abayi ɛwɔ so yi mmiri bi atwam wɔhyɛ afare military hospital n'ase ɛyɛ kɔ akyiri sɛ wia regional hospital ɛso kɔ akyiri ɛne yɛmfrɛ honorable regional minister na ɔma yɛnhuru baabi a aduro na ntoa so ɛbɛtoa so na sɛ bɛyɛ a pressure na ɛwɔ Konfanɔkye no ɛso ɛbɛte nti wɔno na bɛtumi ame yɛhunu sɛ bi a ɛna a yɛka sɛ yɛwie anaasɛ kyena ne bɛwie no ɛno akyi ne sɛ sanitation no ɛwɔ Kumase no ɛnyɛ koraa yɛwura de akyiri gyaa me Kumase no metumi sɔre bɛyɛ 4:30 na matu kaa dwofɛ hɔ no gata na ɛbɛpia aboabo kwa mu no ɛtɔ so kɔ aboabo ɛkɔ kaase wokɔhwɛ ɛnoma a ɛgum wokɔ kagye tia baabi a MTA wɔ no bɔɔla bi ebi kura bitwitwa gu me phone so ɛnna ɛdum baabi a yɛwura sɛto no wɔ no sɛneɛ meya ɔmmra na ɔmɛkyiri mu kwan a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ama saa ɛwura no yɛnim sɛ ɔmode firifiri na ɛba a yɛntumi nkyerɛ na ɔmɔboa na yɛntumi ɛhwɛ na baako ɛka ho deɛ ɛneɛ nyame adaroma yɛwura adena no to mu no atwa ne yɛte sɛ adɔktafoɔ ne nɛsfoɔ no Konfanɔkye no ɔmɔgyae adwuma ɛyɛ ɛti no yɛsa frɛ wɔ mo ne ne yɛda nya na yɛte sɛ ɛno so nyame adaroma yɛwura adena no to mu no ɔma starte ɛkɔ adwuma nti ɛno deɛ na yɛ aseda deɛ de bɛma adɔktafoɔ ne sɛ anamo a yɛte sɛ regional minister honorable regional minister tuyɛ no na yɛwura de tumi di akyi no biribiara atwa deɛ nanam no yɛ adwene ne sɛ nipa no a yɛbɛkɔ hɔ no a yɛanya ayarehwɛ no a yɛbɛwuo no ɛyɛ yɛne ayɛma ne yɛda nanom nti wɔn nyinaa wu a na ahenni no so yɛwɔ hene nti yɛbaeɛ a kwan bɛɛ so ɛna afare military hospital no yɛbɛtumi awie ama sɛwia regional hospital no ayɛ na Konfanɔkye pressure ne hɔ no so ate ɛno nti na nanam yɛ sɛneɛ yɛnto yɛnsan frɛ honorable regional minister nda pamfo na moma yɛnkyerɛ mu sɛ mo a na mohyɛ aseɛ na akoduru sɛn kakra a ɛwɔ hɔ no ebi wɔ a yɛbɛtoa so
ato yɛwura sɛ aseda ana yɛde bɛma no na ɔno nso so agyinam de ama Otumfoɔ ɛm sɛ nokorɛ nsɛm a motete ne mframa ma mu yɛ den no ɛduru baabi mekɔ anim bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa no na ɔmo sɛ Otumfoɔ sɛdeɛ tie biara no wɔde n'akyi agya baabi a ɔwu biara so ɔda so yɛ Otumfoɔ ampa so ɔde ne ho ɛbaa mu no mmerɛ ɔyɛ aba a ɛne adɔktafoɔ no ɛyɛ adwuma nti ɛdi ka yɛ aseda na yɛasrɛ sɛ sɛdeɛ yɛwura akɔ so awɔ hɔ ama yɛ ɛfiri bretente bɛsi nɛ no ɔnkɔ so a na ɔwɔ hɔ no ɔntaeɛ akyi na ɛma ɔman no ntumi ɛnkɔ n'anim mahyɛ aseɛ wɔ apɔmuden nsɛm yi deɛ na ɛhɔ a na mede ɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ ansa ne aba sanitation no na kɔmfa nɔkye ɛne hospitals a ɛwɔ Ghana ha no sɛdeɛ ne nhyehyɛeɛ no teɛ no sɛ ahoɔden a ɛwɔ tertiary level anaa kɛseɛ mu no nketewa no nyinaa yɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo pia nneɛma a ɔmo koraa bɛtumi ayɛ de akɔ kɛseɛ no mu a ɛmfa ho ne kɛseɛ no sɛdeɛ n'ahoɔden teɛ ɛbɛba fam nti ɛwɔ abɛɛfo kwae so no apɔmuden nhyehyɛeɛ no akyekyɛ mu a yɛfrɛ baabi primary level yɛfrɛ baabi secondary level and yɛfrɛ baabi tertiary level and the last one yɛ quaternary level nti obi yare a ne papa mu a ɛhyɛ aseɛ firi aseɛ ne mu yɛ dia akɔsoro president pɛ sɛ level biara nya ahoɔden a wobɛtumi de ahwɛ temamufoɔ no nti no wayɛ ne sɛ primary level no ɛno na ɛwɔ nkuro nketewa mu a obi yare ne ti yɛ ne ya na ne so biri no ne BP kɔ soro a ka wobɛtumi akɔ hɔ na ɔkakɔhwɛ ansa koraa na ano ayɛ den ama no akɔ ne kɛseɛ nti wayɛ ne sɛ district biara no as part of common fund no ɔmo nsi saa hospitals no mmienu chip compounder health center so a baako ɔsɛ gya 20% of common fund ne sɛ yɛ hospital bi na abaida da bi na ɛhyɛ ase a ɔmo fa nwuram no muntimi nwie emaye. And as I speak with you now, no hospitals ahodoɔ under primary level no 15 and we are hand over under primary level no. About 48 about 48 and a under construction omugusu omo ye ho adwuma ye hwe ni mu say hwe ba afi be ko na wie no near handing over under the secondary level primary level at the ama districts ne municipals no we ni about secondary level now and no na ye polyclinics and
all right, so President Cook senior what kind one say senior aban we born home modern and NPP for now no President John Dramani Mahama call Belarus ne power the buy. Once we are not discussing that, but we are discussing useless issues ending for sobia in a modern life. Oh, your Hennity Ashanti region under 8 years in another Nagokufa, you couldn't call anybody to come and ask them this kind of simple questions. By then, now the NPP for go through now. Asante him for have gotten the gas to call the whole regional minister. And then the mayor and then I say for some moment and answer questions onto them. Where in your politics normally here? A pure politics in Asante him for here. Now send ya Minia Beacon or say NDC administration when it seems to say they are not tough enough to face Asante him for no. That is what I think. A teacher, I think they want to do it by. I think so. I also trust that also. Because we need to do something different and then fight the system. How come say about 2 weeks now, NDC are buying any achievement to be in Ghana a topical issue. By opposition for no micro opposition for no and a Ghana for what we need to be discussing in the society. It doesn't work like that. NDC are buying Mompe people who are going to communicate for the party because there were a lot of things. NDC 360 in there. Nobody is communicating for the government. And that year, a opposition in setting the agenda, the tone for us to be discussing. It doesn't help. One way, 2028 about one, best affected party no. If you people do not take care, 2028 about one, now there are some good. Say party power. Namomu jam opposition no. And a chira madia mamonkoka. And then yama monye. Ne no mum na mumuguswa moye. It doesn't help. It doesn't do any good to the party. Send it for betia. It's up to them. So munti so dia. E more masam de ni betima ene de. Every day new opportunity ya babeka. Na say kana sa mosum betio muntio ye kan ye we platform A the debate with the Munufie. Ma menka 1 or 2 messages be na ne ye de beba awie ene. President Cook, obi ma me hu so obi ma fans ho anamewa. Aya de pa. Teacher NDC needs to bring General Mosquito to stop this lawless tribal bigotry people that move go Ashanti region. Sometimes I say General Mosquito ban obey me as stop it there because NDC party me who to say every time we get NDC administration they seem to be weak and weaker. Because they are not bold, they are not strong. When another don't go for the didn't kum a commander almost why they tell Ashanti region or say me your hand with me beside another say didn't know yes. None of them was able to ask another. President another don't go for the damana V8 a community no when it be answer question way. Afari one want me kwa any na e ka 3 days a man hand over or then the plaque quarter ho say o commission when it be say nurse for him fa. And as a hospital now want him for number 2 amoka no. Na nado don't go for the doctors, nurses, any patients me ko them and a President John Dramani mama buy no. Oba sake omu nyina ma ho fu and answer there. Sometimes, you know, these kind of questions, and I see some penny for yes, they will take some people say, "Bia, a bimu our form and a bimu our sorrow." Aha. Enti abusia and then the basic was any question. Let's continue that in the comment section. Nyame adoma or channel 7 p.m. Same thing. Yebaba na fidi yebaba started. Adwuma ne se ne da eye ne na saa ne be ne ye mesese bibi fufuru bia enzi bia saa so ne ye mpene emo bia so eme jandam bia emfa nse ne ma ye dabi. Because ye jai mine that she grofobin sa si anhwe ya ombese mine na ye nyina yetim no but I see a stop it sa ne mane mane nyina say emmoa emam puntu djuma ye pese Ghana enko no enko so ye the platform is the debate with the Munufie in short no bit my friend Munufie politics bibia kire wadwen to in the comment section no obetimi e de aba say na maka na say open anything to do with website design na about obetimi contact me have a team ebetimi build a very very nice and responsive website e de amount betimi abo juma kama pa sanso na woko nursing school na so person pass NMC exams being it NUST or any of the nursing schools no so visit nurseprepghana.online betimi aboa ama wetimi pass exams medini William Munufie ama nkona platform e the debate with the Munufie yakopon ne obia entena bye bye.
Come on with him. Hey, Johnny Tani Pesi, Erebo, Yanni Abere, Yahu Yaden. Yaya Gana, Mayahu Yasho, Black Stars, Ababio, Obiara and Suroyen. Baku Bako Nayabekwanim, Yafranca Kosoro, Yendim Beshen. Jordan Fabol, Nuko, Kudus, Magic Man, one you. Ate Jimmy Trunemu, Gana Bako, Yebeyadom, yeah. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho, Gana Black Stars, Mama, I'm sorry. Champion no Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho. From Accra to Kumasi, Yenina betem se Ghana, oh Ghana. Yebedin konim, Ghana. Yebe ma wana who Black Stars. Yehu yeden, Sunny Sumi set, Yere Babio. Cup goes team tamaletim. Kumasi ni Accra nina team. Ye Jesse yefe, ye moja ye hot. The biara yako, Ghana no go stop. Defense no your wall, keep on your fire. Strikers no ready and dream no higher. What you see boys no money na painting. Ghana funny na war mochi. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho. Ghana Black Stars, Mama yen sore. Yena yebe ye champion no. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho. From Accra to Kumasi, Yenina betem se Ghana oh. Yena no wo yena chi en Franca betu wo ya senim. Red, gold, green, Black Star no ya like Ghana to the world. Yen time no about. No shaking, no fear. Hey, Black Stars, America, Mexico, Canada. Ghana Reba se thunder. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho. Ghana Black Stars, Mama yen sore. Yena yebe ye champion no. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho. Ghana bako yen team bako. Black Stars forever oh. Ghana. Black Stars. Jericho.
candidates of prison. Pray na do da Kwakufuado. Ena wa rule Ghana amasumdua basanya sakura ka okra wo senka wo obi a ka wodam. Kajoma amanya Kufuado a ena on pe basanya dia. Wodam. You are the candidates of prison. Yes. Oh yes. Not controversial. We are candidate of. Oh yes. Yes. We are candidate of prison. We are Kufuado na. One man presidential pardon.
Obstetric